Welcome to this week's Digital Marketing News Recap. I'm Danny Collin with Ignite Visibility, and today we have 10 quick stories to get through, so let's dive right in. First up, let's start with the hottest story of the week. ChatGPT officially announced their plan to test ads in the US. Are you shocked? Probably not, considering ChatGPT now has over 100 million daily users, and that's a lot of potential revenue. But anywho, it's important to note that ads will only be tested on ChatGPT Go and free versions, and ads will be clearly labeled below the response. They are playing it safe. No ads will be held on health or politic type topics, but for marketers, this is huge. This will be the first time that we'll have access to this kind of conversational real estate. To be explicitly clear, ads are not live yet, but we all know they're definitely coming. Google, on the other hand, is taking the exact opposite approach. DeepMind CEO confirmed this week that Gemini will not be running ads anytime soon. They want to focus on making Gemini a better assistant before they monetize it. This creates a really interesting dynamic for us in 2026. If you want paid search and chatbots, ChatGPT will be your only play in the near future. In more AI news, a new eMarketer study surveyed marketers on what steps need to be taken to prepare for a future where consumers delegate tasks to AI agents. The top answer: 71% of marketers say establishing ethical and privacy standards needs to be our top priority before AI agents really take over. Marketers have been dealing with changing privacy laws for quite a while now, and there is no doubt that strict regulations are coming to AI as well. So I personally think it's great that marketers are thinking of the ethics and privacy standards now, rather than scrambling to catch up later. It shows we're learning from the past. And we need to get this right, because right now, only 30% of consumers say they completely trust AI to make purchases for them. However, the people who do use it love it. 29% of consumers have already made a purchase based solely on an AI response, and of that group, 87% were satisfied. Pretty good. This means that the tech works and early adopters are happy. But to unlock the widespread adoption we all want, we, the marketers, have to solve the trust and privacy piece first. We can't just optimize for the algorithm. We have to build the ethical guardrails that make the average consumer feel safe handing over their credit card to a bot. In more AI-related news, let's address one of the longest debates marketers have had. SEO is not dead. Despite experts predicting a 60% crash in organic traffic, new numbers from SimilarWeb show that organic traffic is only down 2.5% year over year. In fact, search traffic overall is actually up by 0.4%. And here's the reality check. Yes, AI overviews are stealing some clicks, only about 35% when they appear. But they only show up for about 30% of total queries right now, and mostly only for broad informational questions. For marketers, this is good news. It means transactional high-intent search is still very much alive, and we shouldn't be panicking, we should be adapting. Which KPI should you ultimately be focusing on instead? Conversions and revenue. That's what's going to hit your bottom line. While organic is holding steady, paid search is absolutely exploding. Google search ad clicks just hit a 5-year high, and spending is up 13%. The big driver here is Performance Max, which now makes up a massive 62% of total Google shopping spend. But here's a stat that might surprise you. Microsoft is actually growing faster than Google right now, with a 16% jump in revenue. So if you've been ignoring Bing or putting all your eggs in the Google basket, you might be missing out on a highly efficient audience that's clearly ready to convert. Let's pivot over to social. Because TikTok just made it a lot easier to make money on their app. They launched a new suite of AI tools for TikTok Shop, including an AI fashion video maker and a tool that does automatic dubbing for your videos. This is a big deal for efficiency. If you've been hesitant to scale up your TikTok Shop content because of the production time, these tools are designed to remove that barrier so you can focus on the strategy, not just the editing. And speaking of strategy, TikTok also dropped their 2026 Trends Report. There are 3 buzzwords you need to know. The first one is reality, which is all about unpolished real stories. 2 is curiosity detours, taking users to unexpected places. And 3 is emotional ROI, focusing on how a product feels, not just what it does. If your content calendar is looking a little too corporate or polished right now, try leaning into that reality trend. Authenticity is clearly winning this year. Back in the paid media world, Google just rolled out campaign total budget for search and PMax. Instead of fighting with daily caps, you can now set a total budget for a specific date range, say a 3-day flash sale, and Google will optimize the spend for you. My advice, this is a great time saver for short campaigns, but be careful. It removes some manual control, so you'll want to watch it closely to make sure it doesn't blow your budget in the first 24 hours. For the creators out there, Instagram just updated its standalone Edits app. They've added 25 new effects, think fisheye and bounce styles, and the ability to add clickable overlays directly in the edit. This is Instagram trying to keep you in their ecosystem rather than editing on CapCut. If you want your reels to look native and high quality, it's worth updating that app and playing with those new bounce effects. Finally, the tech behind AI overviews in Google search just got a major upgrade. Google is now routing complex queries directly to Gemini 3 Pro. This model has a massive context window and is specifically designed to handle tougher, multi-step questions. What does this mean for gaining visibility in AI overviews and being cited? Well, because Gemini 3 Pro is a reasoning model, it prioritizes content that has depth and clear logic. So if your content is thin or unstructured, this new model is likely to skip over it. To get cited in these new AI overviews, you need to prove to the AI that you have the most comprehensive answer. So make sure you're keeping an eye on your quality. That wraps up this week's updates. If you have one thing to take away from these stories, it's this. We are shifting from the era of visibility to the era of trust. It's not enough to just get found anymore. You need to be the brand that both AI agents and real humans feel safe saying yes to. So as you plan your strategy, stop asking how do I rank and start asking why would they trust me? That is how you win this year. Do you agree? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let me know in the comments what you think about all this, and I will catch you next week.